Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world.
I've been looking around for salvation. I've been looking around for the truth. All around me I see frustration, and I looked all over till I found you. I sit and listen to your stories, and you're telling me, please don't worry. A lot in this world you should know, and love in life is where you should go. If you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're looking for someone to know, if you're looking for someone to guide you, then love in life will guide you. I know that life.
Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And good evening to the very special Loving Life community. Well, it's amazing. It's all in the timing, isn't it? I just came across this email this evening. Let me show you. Well, YouTube censors public meeting of Shawnee Mission School District parents for misinformation. What's that all about? Well, let's see. A video from a school board meeting in Kansas has been removed for YouTube for violation of community standards around misinformation. Shawnee Mission School Board President Heather Ousley announced this on Twitter, adding that the violations had to do with statements made by a third party during a meeting that was open to public comment. Now, this is very important, guys, because you have to understand why we're leaving YouTube. The main Loving Life channel was locked down for 2 weeks by YouTube for exactly the same reason as they are talking about in that email. Tonight, we're going to discuss the future direction of Loving Life on YouTube and our new platform, Loving Life TV. I think everybody knows by now that 2 of my channels, one with 60,000 subscribers, have been taken down by YouTube and Google over community strikes. This main Loving Life channel faces the same threat on a regular basis as we had up until very recently when it was locked down. As a result, I was left with one of 2 choices: either follow the censorship guidelines of big tech or to look for my own independent platform. I decided on the latter, and in late November last year, LovingLifeTV.com was born. From the very start, Rudy Geldenhuys, who I see is in the side chat here and who will be joining me tonight, our platform's webmaster, was involved. Tonight I'll be talking to Rudy as well as Nat and Gareth, who are involved in different aspects of the ongoing development of LL or Loving Life TV. The goal of this new platform is to become an independent online news and views platform featuring well over 50 contributing news and video channels, which will provide a depth of censorship-free perceptions and views on topical events as well as news, with a focus on South Africa. Live streams will be carried out on Loving Life TV from a variety of independent video channels that have moved on from the compromised YouTube platform. In effect, the ultimate goal is to have a slick news and views channel running 24/7 with breaking news, discussions, entertainment, where open discussions by several participating hosts are welcomed and not stamped on. In the 6 months this new platform has been running, we have come a long way. But right now, what we're talking about on Loving Life TV is just the very, very early stages of what I believe will be the most comprehensive and independent platform on exposing what is actually going on in South Africa. As technology evolves, obviously lovinglifetv.com will evolve with it. So it's very exciting. To be part of this, you must register on Loving Life TV. This can be done from the home page. Very soon, we will start sending out a daily email to our many thousands. You have no idea, it's a huge base of people who've already registered on Loving Life TV. This daily email will alert subscribers to upcoming live streams, news, forum articles, and other videos that have been added by contributing channels. All news items will have direct links to the relevant article on video on Loving Life TV. So you just click on that item you want to look at in the email and you'll go straight to the video or article. Before I get our team on, I want to thank YouTube for their overt censorship of my channels, as I would never have had a need to take this direction I have to maintain editorial integrity. It was YouTube's uncalled for termination of my channels and channel lockdowns that was the catalyst to establishing Loving Life TV. Please remember to subscribe to Loving Life on YouTube and to register on lovinglifetv.com, the new platform we are transitioning to. Right, I'll get Rudy and Nat on. Now, Gareth is going to join us in the side chat, I believe, and I'll explain to you the position there very shortly. Okay, here we go with Rudy. Hi, Rudy.
Hello, Scott.
How are you, buddy?
Fine, and you?
Excellent, thank you. Excellent. Let me just get the screen sorted. There we go. We got him. There's a handsome guy. All right, now, I'll just get Nat on, and then we'll get the show on the road. All right, Nat's on her way, joining us. Hi, Nat. Now, Gareth is going to just join us in the side chat and make comments in there. He's a little bit concerned about going too public because of the nature of Loving Life TV, but that's fine. Hi, Nat. We can't see you at this stage.
Really?
I can see a little icon and I can hear you.
Okay, hold on.
We need a rose on our screen. We've got the thorn who's smoking a cigarette.
Trying.
You keep trying with that. I'll just talk to Rudy in the meantime. Now, from the very start, let me make it very clear that without Rudy, none of what you are going to see today would have been possible. Rudy, I just want to make a statement about this and then hand the floor over to you to respond. Rudy, let's look back to November last year, when YouTube took down my Loving Life 2020 channel with nearly 60,000 subscribers, an action that was a catalyst for establishing Loving Life TV. Before that, like a knight on a white horse, you contacted me out of the blue and offered to help me download all the over 6,000 videos onto an external hard drive, so that if YouTube did take down a channel, the videos would not be lost. Now, I get so many inquiries from people about where are the Sina van Rensburg videos that I did. We've got them, and soon they will be available on lovinglifetv.com on a searchable basis. So nothing has been lost, and all I can say, you're looking at the man who saved the day. In December, after Loving Life 2020 was taken down, we started to establish what has become Loving Life TV today. Tell us about those early stages, Rudy, and the work involved in backing up 7,000 videos.
Yeah, Scott, the video download is actually quite easy, but because there's so many, one can't just manually go and download every video. It would have taken forever. So I employed some software to download the whole YouTube channels. It's very nice software. I'm using the pro version of the software, but one can also download the free version. It's software called Media Human YouTube Downloader. And one can then schedule the channel to download all the videos and then to troll automatically to download new videos that come out. So I applied that across all three Loving Life YouTube channels at that stage, and later we added to that by also downloading some of the other YouTube channels who are also under threat, downloading their videos. Now, as you can imagine, you were saying well over 6,000 videos. I think we over 7,000 videos now with Loving Life and the other channels and so on. So that is a large volume of videos, and it takes up quite considerable space. And we're making use of not only the backup locally to my PC to that internal 8 terabyte hard drive, but we also automatically send them up to our big cloud service, so that we've in fact got a double backup. What we did then is we connected the cloud service to the website's media library, so that the cloud service forms part and parcel of this media library. So all the videos are accessible from the website directly. I just need to find the time to write the front end for all the videos so that they would appear. But then came extra things like the forums, and the latest development is the new YouTube-like clone that Gareth has built us, where all the videos will eventually reside. And the big job there, I suppose, at this stage is to connect that YouTube-like clone to our cloud service so that all those videos can lie there, and that would save a massive amount of time to have them all displayed. And then, things like the Sina van Rensburg videos and whatever will be cataloged there and searchable there, according to categories and search lists and filters and whatever and so on. So it's an ongoing process, but it's a mammoth task because of the volume that you've put out.
Right. And the beauty is we can search on them by date too. So historically you can have a look at a particular set of videos based on date, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Nat, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, for those who don't know, Nat, who's a little icon still at the moment, but we can hear her, so that's good. Nat actually looks after and manages, is the admin for the Loving Life TV forum. Now, Nat, we'll get onto that in a second, because I just want to focus Do you want to just say hi to everybody, Nat? Then we'll get back
Hi,
to Rudy.
everyone. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Nat.
Hi.
Okay, now Rudy, let's just get back to how Loving Life TV evolved. When we first started, we basically just had a very, very simple framework, and we just had the ability to upload videos. Then we added the live streams, and just take us through the steps that you've taken us through, and the aspects that are now within. In fact, are you able to share a screen of Loving Life TV, just for people who've never seen it before? Take them through how people can register, just right through the whole front page.
I'll do so, Scott. Let me just see which screen is that I'm going to be sharing.
There you go.
All right. Can you see the screen?
I can, yeah.
All right. Yeah, firstly, let's just stay here, but as the people will see, we've now got brand new graphics here at the top and a new logo and so on. And that's all part of the evolution that we've gone through. Like you said, Scott, we initially had a very simple channel on very simple web hosting, what we call shared hosting, which is not ideal for what we wanted to achieve. And very, very quickly we outgrew the shoes of that limited web hosting, and we started seeing errors on the website and so on as the readers gathered and basically swamped our little system, which eventually necessitated us to move over and experience the teething problems of moving over to a much, much larger hosting platform, which is a VPS, or virtual private server hosting package, which can accommodate us, which has a lot more space and a lot more resources. And initially there were problems with the videos. They were buffering, and we had to get the formatting of the videos better, and we had to try and live with that limited web hosting and make do as best we can. But I haven't received a single complaint recently that people are saying that the videos are buffering. If they are, you can rest assured that it'll be from people that have very low capability internet. Videos tend to be large, consume a lot of data, and so on. So the only people that will experience buffering at this stage would be people with really, really poor internet services. And then we worked on a number of other things. Websites aren't only viewed from big computers and from laptops. They also viewed from tablets and mobile phones and so on. And there was quite an evolution as far as making the website more mobile responsive or size responsive. And so on. So that was all part of the evolution. And unfortunately, I work on a daily basis with my businesses. So, all of these evolutions or developments is all after hours work that I've put in after, I've seen to my daily income and whatever. So that is it's a labor of love. It's many hours that go into building something that is really what the community and what the platform deserves. We added elements like the 24/7 chat functionality, where people can live chat to one another, and then the forums, and then just recently now the contributing video channels. But it's going along nicely. The development is ongoing, and every day or every second day, and definitely every week, we do something new to the channel, and we add functionality. So it's coming along very nicely. I'm very happy with the way things are going. I seriously like our new header graphics and our logo. And there's so much scope, especially with what Gareth does, to eventually stream all the live streams directly from his portion of the development and not at all from YouTube anymore. One can then choose possibly to push it up back to YouTube, but if they delete the YouTube channel, then it's no sweat off our back because it'll all ride on the backbone of the YouTube-like part of our contributing video channels platform. So there's a lot happening, and a lot happening actually quite quickly at the moment.
Right. Now, what I might do, Rudy, is I might just use the share screen function as well, and just take people through a few of the elements, and then I'll bring Nat in, and we'll talk about the forum. Okay, so
Sure.
okay, so basically what you're looking at now is exactly what Rudy was talking about, the homepage of lovinglifetv.com. Now, the most important thing that people have got to do when they go to this page is they have to register now. You've got to register, because if you don't register, you can't participate on the chat sessions, you can't participate in the comments. It restricts you. It costs you absolutely nothing to register. What you get in the future is one email a day with all the updates, the live streams that are coming up. They come into your mailbox, and you'll be able to select what you do want to do or what you want to ignore. And of course, there'll be direct links to each one of those videos and so on. So registering is, please, the most important thing you can do with our new YouTube. Sorry, let me get this right. I'll wash my mouth out later. Our new Loving Life TV community channel. Now, once you've actually registered, you can then log in, and if you save your password or save the login, you don't have to put in your password again. You just go to the page and you're straight in. You can add a profile picture to your username, and remember that if you've got a username that's the same as someone else's username, it's not going to work. So it's better to have a username that's a bit complicated, like Mike 1985, for example, like the date of your birth or something like that, so that we've got so many registered users now that if you just used Mike, for example, or used Peter, there's a good chance that it won't accept it because that username has already been taken. Right, now let's have a look at the actual home page. So we have our live streams, and we have up to 3 live streams a day on lovinglifetv.com. And there's today's live stream, the road ahead for Loving Life TV. And then we've got a link to the 24/7 chat. And again, if you're not registered, you can't participate. You have to be registered to get onto the 24/7 chat. And most evenings they have great sessions, and I think Nat's involved in these, where you have music that's pulled up, and that people choose music and they chat. And it's just a great little session. Nat, do you want to talk about 24/7 chat?
Sure. I'm usually on the 24/7 chat after the lives every night till about 8 in the morning. People can drop in there. We play music. We talk about anything and everything. And also, if they have questions that they need to ask and they don't know who to ask, I'm usually pretty good at answering almost just about anything.
Fantastic. And also here we have the video archive. Now, the video archive is basically all, well, it's the videos that I've posted on Loving Life TV. And you can see here at the top there's a video link as well. So you can either click on videos, or you can click on the video archive, and then you can go back through all the old videos, and you can basically see all the live streams as well. The live streams actually default directly into here, not onto the latest videos homepage. So that's where you'll find the live streams. Now, about us, that's just a bit of background information on the channel. Contact Us is a very, very important page. If you have a story, for example, that you think should go on a live stream, here you have the ability to contact Marlena, who looks after our live streams. You can send her an email directly, and then she will discuss with me whether we're going to do a live stream about that particular story. To contact me direct, there's my email address. And obviously, if you've got a YouTube channel and you're thinking, hey, I'm getting a bit sick and tired of having YouTube mess with me, maybe I should think about joining lovinglifetv.com. Send me an email, I'll have a look at your channel, and if I think it fits, we will certainly oblige and get you on, because we want to have a wealth and depth of content related specifically to South Africa. And it can be anything from entertainment. I see Calais is here. Now Calais, we've got Calais' channel here and contributing channels. And what a character Calais is. I mean, we had her on a live stream last night, and we love Calais. But again, she's in contributing channels, and not only that, she's dead set gorgeous. Okay, now let me get back to what I'm talking about. Web admin, Rudy. If you have a problem with the, carry on, Rudy.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if you've shared your screen.
Oh, haven't I? I'm not sharing it. Okay, let me just. I haven't shared it.
I followed your talking, and I showed the people exactly what you were doing as we were going.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. Here we go. Start sharing. Okay, there we go. Okay, now can you see the Contact Us screen up?
Yes, I can.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so just getting through it again. The host, that's myself. If you've got a YouTube channel you think would add value to lovinglifetv.com, and you would enjoy the promotion, the ability to promote your channel through our platform, please contact me. Rudy, well, you can see we're talking to Rudy. He looks after registration inquiries. Sometimes people have problems getting the system to accept the registration. Just send Rudy an email and he'll fix that. As I said, Marlena looks after the live streams. Michelle Mullard looks after our reporting in Cape Town, and we're looking for citizen reporters in other parts of South Africa. So if you're in Johannesburg or Pretoria or Bloemfontein or Durban and have a Skype capability, there we go. We've got Nat up now. Okay, but hi Nat. I'll just continue sharing the screen, and then we'll bring the rows back onto the forum. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
okay, so after Contact Us, we've got contributing channels. And if I just click on the contributing channels, here you go. You can see, as Rudy mentioned, it's in the format like YouTube. You've got like a displayed or featured video from one of our channels. You've got the trending YouTube videos that are on the platform. You've got them by date added, so you can see the latest videos that have been added. And then down below we have in alphabetical order. Now as we grow these channels, what's going to happen is we're going to start putting them into categories. Like Amabulu would be history. Bitcoin would obviously be cryptos. Burleson Media would be organizations. Cape Party would be Western Cape Secession. Same with Cape Exit. Calais Fandes, who's here with us tonight, she would be entertainment. Then we got jamming sessions, which would be entertainment. Then we got J.D. Farag, which is biblical prophecies. Then we have the Loving Life videos, which are featured. Mark Sanderson takes us on road trips around the Cape. Some lovely, interesting historical videos about the Cape. Then we got Muzi and Kosi, who puts his own perspective on the news. We've got Patriots for Minorities, who are working for largely the minority white population and discuss some of the issues they're having with the justice system in South Africa. Rudy Rousseau, who again is a historian, and we'll be having him on a live stream very shortly, and then Teresa van Leishout. But this is only the very early days of contributing channels. what we're going to be doing in the future, as I say, if let's say Buralishon have a live stream, they can actually attach that to the main Loving Life live streams happening that day. And when you get your email the next morning, it'll say, hey, Isaac van Zyl is going to be talking about this, that, and the other live at this time. So you can then take that link, and then when he comes on, you can watch it. So this is going to expand way beyond just my ugly mug. It's going to be a whole range of people coming on. There's going to be a huge amount of content that you can select what you want to view. So that's basically contributing channels. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to take us to the forums. Now, what I'm going to ask Nat to do is I'm going to ask her to take us through the forums and the work that she's doing there. Let me just get out of the share screen. Okay. Okay, Nat, over to you.
Basically, right in the forum, we have 1,022 posts, 630 topics. We'll start at the top, where we have a welcome to Loving Life's forum.
Right.
In there, we ask to be respectful and treat her with dignity. You'll find all kinds of interesting talks in there. Times people would respond to something they've seen there. Like one that responded, one of the articles that I had about vaccine calls autism, and he had replied to the basically that speaks for itself. Then we have a category known as anti-vaxxers. This forum is specially set up for those individuals that are vaccinated. Then we have alternative living, and this is with Nikki Cruden. It's alternative ways of living, like with medication that's made out of herbs, different things like that. Basically natural herbs and natural things. Then we go to our banking, and obviously our banking tells us everything from the ombudsman to how the banks are cheating people. We've got links from live streams. We've got Absa Bank. We've got loans and securitizations in a global nutshell. First National Bank facing bankruptcy, topics like that. Go to our next one. Then we've got Burland, and that speaks for as well. It's for burland.co.za. Then we've got a very interesting man, Bosveld Misdaad Onderzoeker. Now, this gentleman fights against farm attacks. And he's very interesting. He has his own Facebook page. His details are there. He doesn't ask that people email him. He asks that they contact him directly on his farm. Then we have a COVID-19 forum. Next one is Daily Bread, which is ran by one of our Loving Life family members, Viking Boer.
Marius, yeah.
It is scriptures. Marius, yeah. It is scriptures, Bible verses, questions and answers, all kinds of wonderful stuff in there. Then we go down to Frontline Fellowship, and is Peter Hammond.
Yeah, Dr. Peter Hammond in Cape Town.
Correct.
Yeah.
And in there you'll find things like Peter Hammond speaking live that was just had in Cape Town, despite the rain. Peter Hammond, The Dark Side of Nelson Mandela. The Reformation began 500 years ago, thanks to Luther.
Now, importantly, importantly, people can actually add their comments to any of these articles.
Yes, to any of these articles, yes, we actually encourage that.
Yeah.
And then inspirational videos, daily inspirational videos. And then thanks to our good old friend Mark Garnett, who we all know well, we have a Just a Rant section where you could...
So if you get pissed off with something, you're cut full. This is your place.
That's right. Absolutely. That's the place to go. Just the rant. And then we have the lockdown. That speaks for itself.
Yep.
Then we have Marietta Lieferink and her contact details. She's with PEA.org.za. Yeah. Aranya. Everything about the town of Aranya. There's a little bit of history there. Just Stradom. There's history of Just Stradom. He'll post in there. There's different things there. Then Project Eden is about a project basically building houses out of, I believe it's containers and wood and stuff like that. Very, very interesting. Then the next one is Recycle Arts and Crafts by Charlotte, another one of our Loving Life family. And it's amazing what this woman can do with art and crafts. Absolutely amazing.
Can I just butt in there for a second, Nat? Now, as Nat's just correctly pointed out, this forum here that we're looking at right now is Charlotte's. Now, Charlotte is a member of the Loving Life family. And if people within our community have a special area of interest that they would like to tell people about, look at that backside. Wow. Anyway, if people have a special area of interest or expertise and they'd like to share that, you can do that here on the forum. But of course, you have to be registered and part of Loving Life TV. So this is a very inclusive forum. It's for people to share ideas, discuss things, and you're seeing some of the work that Charlotte's created. Sorry, back to you, Nat.
No problem. The next is SECOB and National Peace Commission. That's with Peter Munns. And we also have another one of our Loving Life members in there, Moosey. Secession is all about the Cape, the freedom of the Cape.
Right.
Then we have another one. Stop Farm Attacks in South Africa. It's a group of concerned Canadian activists fighting for the rights of farmers in South Africa.
And there are a whole lot of articles in there.
News.
And there are a whole lot of articles in there about that subject.
There are, absolutely, yes. And then we have South Africa Today News. The most important of the day counts, and I post there. Like you'll see, the one today is farm attack. Elderly couple overpowered and robbed in Fochville. That would be like today's one, and then there are others.
Now just while we're talking about this, Nat, that article that everybody's looking at now would be listed in that daily email. So in that daily email, all the new articles that are in the forum would actually be listed there as well. So you just click on that link and you'd come straight to the page that Nat has shown you.
Correct. And then we have Success Chasers, which basically was just an idea of mine because I get a lot of motivation out of the speaker, Jordan Peterson.
Okay. Well, we've got another inspirational speaker in the form of Calais Fundeus, so maybe Calais should participate on that forum as well.
Yeah, send me some stuff for sure. I mean, things like just stop being left and start in your life. That's what you become. Just little things.
Yeah.
Just to give an example. And then we have Sunday service.
And that's Dan Berryman. Now, Dan is actually bringing out a PDF book, which we're going to be promoting on the Loving Life main page. He's going to be one of our sponsors. And the PDF will have all his sermons in there. And, you know, this guy, wow, he's a great pastor. His sermons are really, really insightful. Yeah, please, back to you.
Amazing. Go and read, if you go in there, you read the introductory Reverend Dan Berryman. It will kind of give an idea what kind of a person he is.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Teresa Van Schot, she is the lady that's standing up in Australia against the COVID-19.
She's our proxy Governor General, as we call her. Very interesting lady.
I tell you, lady's got.
Now, I do apologize that Nat is breaking up a bit, but we can get the gist of what she's saying. Carry on, Nat.
And then and that page.
This and
you
that.
might find interesting. I put in. Yesterday was the Canadian doctors are being censored, and today it's condemning the Belarus search for the second Lufthansa plane after terrorist warning. I don't know if you know about that happened today.
Wow. No, I didn't, but I'll have a look at that after the live stream for sure.
Yes, definitely. Take a look.
Yeah.
And then another one, very talented Loving Life members, Wolfie C. We have traditional South African cooking and recipe fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'll throw one in there. But yes, she has some amazing recipes in there.
Wolfie's put a few of hers in there too, hasn't she?
She has, especially because you were nagging so much.
Yeah. I wanted Baboti.
You didn't see. And then we have Flower Cloth South Africa, which Rudy is doing, I believe, a website for them too.
Not yet. I've proposed to them that I would gladly do it for free for them. But I've got a board of 5 trustees that have to look at it and say, yeah, you know, we'll accept something for free. So I'm waiting on that.
All right. Well, their contact details and everything is in there. And then we have Wildlife Management with Ron Thompson. And he has written Cecil the Lion. And we have Cecil the Lion, The Big Lie Part 1, The Big Part 2. And there's stuff about having all elephants and kind of thing. Some people might find it offensive, but other people may like it.
Right. Okay. Nat, thank you so much. And just if you could take us to the top of that page again. Now, very soon we're going to have the Loving Life logo up there, the graphic up there. And
we are with that.
Yeah, so there are going to be a couple of little changes. To participate on the forum, you need to register. And do you want to just show where the register button is? Yeah, there it is there.
You can register or right at the bottom of the page, it says register as well.
Right. So you got 2 places you can register. And once you've registered, you can then participate, put up articles in different sections, put in comments. It's a very inclusive forum for people who join lovinglifetv.com. Okay, Nat, thank you so much for that.
You're very, very welcome.
Can you take us back to unshare the screen? I just want to go back to... Okay. No.
Scott, Nat didn't share screen. I shared screen, and I took us through as she went through.
Okay. You're too far ahead of me, Rudy.
Rudy's the technical one.
Okay. Let's get back to the screen. Now, Rudy, if you can take us to resident artists, for example, just so we can show how we have, just click on Lynn Ward. And on Lynn Ward, we have a page where you can, she does amazing artwork, and here's some of her art that she's selling. And she's donated a lot of art which we've sold for charity. So we're very happy to support her in response for that. And
if you remember, Scott,
yeah.
I bought my husband one, and he loves it.
Oh, fantastic! Now just go back up. Just go down to that King Protea, Rudy. Yeah. Just hover over that. That Protea sold for 20,000 rand on a Loving Life live stream. And that money went to a charity, and I think that charity was Go Purple, if I remember right. But that was a long time ago. But look at that incredible picture. Okay, Rudy, can we just go back to the home page of Loving Life? Okay, now the only thing we haven't really covered at this stage is your Super Brew Fund. Do you want to tell people about that, Rudy?
Yeah, Super Brew is an amazing international competition. It doesn't only cover rugby or whatever. It's what they call a score predictor game. And what happens is, Loving Life has their own Super Brew fun. For instance, the first one that we had on, or that we have on, is the Rainbow Cup, which is 12 European, UK and European clubs, and 4 South African clubs. Unfortunately, COVID interfered there as well, and the South African clubs are only playing one another at the moment, whereas the European clubs are playing one another. And eventually, when there's a winner among the South Africans and a winner among the UK and European lot, there'll be a final between the two winners for overall honours. The idea was actually to have an international competition where, say, the Stormers would play all the other clubs, the Lions too, the Bulls too, the Sharks too, and all the other teams as well. But COVID put a bit of a stickler in front of that. South African teams not allowed to travel overseas. So it's sort of an amended Rainbow Cup, but that's the first one. The second big one that we'll be handling will be the Lions, the British and Irish Lions tour to South Africa. Our friend Mark F is the pool captain for these challenges. And what is nice is before every round of games that is played, you'll be sent a notification to go and make your picks, your score predictions, or your win predictions for matches. And at the end of the whole tournament, there'll be a winner among all of us who participate. And it's great fun to take part in that. And thank you very much for Mark, making the suggestion, and I gladly accepted that because rugby is a passion of mine. So at this stage, we'll only concentrate on rugby, but it covers cricket, and it covers motorsport, and it covers golf, and it covers all sorts of things. So Super Brew is for the sports lovers out there who don't know about Super Brew, you haven't lived yet. So yeah, that is purely fun and entertainment. As you can see from the graphic, it's a sports prediction game for no money. It's not gambling. There's nothing involved. It's all about honor and prestige and fun. So please, people, when the next one comes out now, probably in the next week or so, we'll put up the Lions Predictor pool for Loving Life, and you'll see it under your news items on Loving Life, and there'll be a pool name and a pool code, and you just simply go and click on it and you join up and you become part of that lovely lot of fun that we're having there.
Fantastic. Now, guys, just why we're going through all these different aspects is because we're still looking at the very, very early days of lovinglifetv.com. It's going to be a one-stop shop for entertainment, sport. I would love to see, for example, the school sports that they have on YouTube, the South African school sports being a contributing channel. Those are the sort of things that we want to transition to, bringing in more and more content and more stuff for people to watch.
We can possibly include my one rugby channel there as well. The fun about my rugby business is that it's entertainment for all, and you can see the live score updates on during games and follow the games and have a nice chat. So we can possibly bring something like rugby talk in as well, and so on, so that you can follow some of the games live. And a lot of South Africans are dispersed all over the world and do not see the Lions against the Stormers, or the Bulls and the Stormers, or the Sharks playing the Stormers or the Lions, and so on. So if they can't follow the TV feed, they can follow at least the live scores and take part in the conversation during the game.
Right.
So we can possibly make Rugby Talk a contributing channel. The teams of the day and all the comments and so on. One can bring in as well.
Right.
It's just a suggestion, but we can bring in what the community wants. We can bring in.
Absolutely.
Simple as that.
Yeah, as I said just now, this is a very, very inclusive platform. It's not just news; it's entertainment. It's the goal is to make this. You can turn lovinglifetv.com on at any time of the day, and down the track there will be live streams happening. You can say, I'd like to go and check out that live stream, or there might be a news that's just come through. So it's going to be a collaboration, not just between what was the Loving Life channel, but a whole bunch of other participating channels, which then become part of this much wider, much more expansive platform going forward. All right, look, I have got a question here in the side chat. Now, I know you did answer this question, but I'm going to put it to you, and maybe you can just respond. Morris came up with, I thought, what was a good suggestion, but there's a reason you're saying this probably can't work. And the suggestion was to have a Loving Life photo gallery. So if people have got photos or something, they can put them up left, right, and center. What are your comments about that? Can we go back to the? Can we go back? Stop sharing now.
We can do so.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so yeah, do you want to just respond to the comment about doing images where people just post the images as almost like a news thing?
It's not as simple as that. Let me answer it a bit technically, and the people might understand better. We've got thousands of subscribers to Loving Life TV at the moment. So say each person puts up one photograph. Now that's thousands of photographs. They got to go and lie somewhere. So they're going to be lying on our web space, and they'll be filling up our web space rather quickly. But what would even fill our web space quicker than that is, of every image that is uploaded to Loving Life TV, 5 additional images are made of the same image, so that when you look at that image from a cell phone, it serves you the small one. When you look at it from a tablet, a slightly larger one. When you look at it from a laptop, a larger one. And when you look at it from massive big screen or a big TV or whatever. It'll serve you the largest one of the bunch. It's all to do with image optimization, so that images load quickly according to whatever device accesses it. So for one image, at the end of the day, there are 6 images. So if somebody had to upload their personal photograph plus a photograph of their house and a photograph of their neighborhood and whatever, you can imagine the space it will take. So once eventually, when Loving Life is big and we go to a dedicated server environment where we don't have a virtual private server, but a massive dedicated server with a huge amount of resources and space, that is a very distinct possibility to do. But, people aren't as technically minded as I am, so somebody might upload one image of a size of, say, 15 megabyte for one photograph, a massively high resolution photograph. That 15 meg goes and sits on our web space, and 5 more images are made. So we just got to be careful. We'll grow into these things, and if we can eventually, have people upload those images directly to our cloud where we've got unlimited space, it's also a much easier or a much more doable exercise. So we just got to be careful. We're growing as and how we allow it to grow according to our resources. The other thing is, if you allow people to upload stuff and you don't know them, somebody might upload an image that has a hidden script built in, a virus. So whether they upload a PDF document or a Word document or an image or an object or even a video, there could be hidden dangers attached to that. So
Right.
I'm rather preventative at this stage and say, let's protect our platform, let's grow into it, and we can manage those things afterwards, maybe by means of a subdomain where we have a large image gallery, and we can just connect the subdomain in our menu system to have a gallery. Normally, the galleries that you see on websites is a business a gallery, a guy that puts out photographs of all the products that he does, or all the services that he has, or whatever, and then it's limited to, say, 30 or 50 or 80 photographs. In this scenario, we're talking about thousands, and that's where the care comes in, or the carefulness comes in.
Now, just on a related area, what we are going to be developing for lovinglifetv.com is a shopping area. So we might have Loving Life caps, or Loving Life t-shirts, and Loving Life mugs, all these different things actually attached to lovinglifetv.com. Now, if there is someone listening who's perhaps got skills in shopping carts and stuff like that, if they've got any ideas, if they can just contact me. Well, Rudy's throwing up his hand, so Rudy and I will put our heads together with that one. But yeah, look, that's another aspect to what we're doing here, because we're trying to build a community that's loving life, that's informed, that's part of a community, so that we can grow this as a group of people who've got a similar vision, similar direction, and similar need for real news, not the fake stuff that you get on the mainstream media. So that's really the objective and the goal of Loving Life channel going forward. Now, Fiona asked, will there be a playlist for White Zulu and Okavango Diary? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone who has got a series of videos that have a particular theme, we will have playlists of those. So yes, the answer is absolutely yes. Rudy, do you want to just touch on the playlist?
Yes, the playlists between Gareth and myself, we got to coordinate it. The playlists on the, let's call it the YouTube-like platform, the contributing video channels, will be a playlist or categorized and filtered and playlisted on his part of the platform, but on our own part of the main Loving Life domain platform, the videos that you'll be seeing, amongst others, in the video archive. Sorry, Scott, can I just perhaps share my screen again?
Yeah, please
it might
do.
make more sense.
Please do.
All right. Yeah, I'm in the video archive, but there's no filtering built in at the moment. But imagine under the video archive title there's a space where you can go and click on category and wildlife and Okavango and Fiona Timms and Okavango Delta, and you can filter down to an exact video. So we'll have typically categories, playlists, and whatever that you can go and filter on, and even according to date and month and year, so that you can narrow your search down to find one specific video that you're looking for just by using our filter criteria. So that typically will get built into our video archive functionality on the main Loving Life domain, whereas Gareth will be building the filtering capability into the YouTube-like platform, where we will eventually stream from, and where you can filter down to an exact video of, say, Boere Legioen. You'll be able to filter down to a specific video of theirs, or a specific month, or a specific collection of videos that they have. The same with Cape Party or Cape Exit or any of the others. And like you said, Scott, this is now, I believe, 13 or 14 channels that we've got at the moment.
14.
And by the end of the year, we might have 50. So filtering, as soon as the stuff becomes a lot, filtering becomes very important. You don't want to scroll for hours getting to, say, the jamming sessions, or no, I went over it, I missed it. Oh, there it is. One needs to have the ability right at the top somewhere, maybe under trending or whatever, where you can filter and go to topics quickly or categories quickly.
Right.
So that is the main idea. Gareth also has a menu system in his YouTube-like design where you can filter easier and so on. So it is already there to some extent, but it needs to be expanded and expanded greatly. Very much like YouTube has the search bar at the top, only ours is going to be much better than that. You're going to be able to get to a specific video that you're looking for.
Right. Okay, now, are there any further questions people have regarding lovinglifetv.com? And don't worry, Marlena, we will never turn it into a junk market. We're always going to keep quality as the key aspect of Loving Life TV. But we want to broaden the focus so that people have a particular interest. I would love to see, for example, in the forums, and the forums are going to, in future, they're going to become far more advanced. You'll be able to do a lot more in a forum, and I'd love to see, for example, the ladies in Loving Life TV having a forum talking about knitting, for example, and they might put up PDFs of the thing that they want to knit, and things like that. We could have all sorts of interests on here that are unrelated to the news, but people with similar interests can actually get together and discuss their particular area. So look, the opportunities in this new platform go way beyond what you could do on YouTube. The stuff we're talking about here on YouTube, you just can't do on YouTube. This is why I say our goal is to become the largest news and views entertainment platform online covering South Africa. That's our objective, and we're getting there very, very fast. And I just want to thank Rudy so much for all the work that he does. Rudy, can we get off the shared screen now?
Scott, before I do,
Yeah.
Can I address something? You were talking about the notification system or the mass email system that we're building.
Right.
Can I reveal it now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm showing you people something that Scott hasn't even seen. I've sent a test email from our mailing system, but Scott, this is a newbie for you. Look how simple it's going to be. In the back end of our website, we go to our mass mail section, and there's a little item called Send Newsletter, and you'll simply go and click on that, and it'll bring you to a screen like this. There'll be a number of templates that we can use, but you simply go and select one of the templates. I've put one up so far, and it populates your template for you. And you can specify, do you only want to send this to administrators or only to subscribers of this site, or to everybody?
Fantastic. Yeah.
All roles, you can put in a heading or the subject of the email, and the email will be originating from yourself, Scott, and it'll have a body which takes you through today's news and whatever, with a proper banner at the bottom. And if you really do not want to receive emails from Loving Life, there will even be an unsubscribe link where you can unsubscribe to the mailing list, so that you do not get a single email. We'll only send one a day, but so that you don't even get one email from Loving Life, telling you what the latest 4 or 5 new videos and the 5 or 6 new activity items in forums, and the videos on Gareth's side will be about. And you will unsubscribe, and we'll have an unsubscribers list, which is empty at the moment, where everybody that is unsubscribed is listed here and automatically excluded from emails that the mass mailer sends to them. So it's already built, it's already been tested.
I got the test email the other day.
Scott got the test email, Marlena, Michelle, Nat. The feedback is very good. Marlena just had some suggestions that we make the format of the newsletter, the writing that is inside the container, a bit more, that we beautified, if I can put it that way, that we use a font that reads easier, like Arial or Roboto or Open Sans or something like that, say at 12 pixels, and that the headings are slightly bigger. Now that's easy to do, and Marlena, this is specifically for you. If I want to increase the size of a heading, I just go and pick a heading to work with, and I only apply it to a specific area or whatever, and so on. You can see
Really?
Scott's. Yeah.
Can you go to the top of that scrolling piece you're in at the moment? I just want to draw people's attention to this fact. Now, some people are concerned about putting their real names onto these the registered list, and I get that. Some people like their privacy. Now, the reason we ask you for a name is because if you look at the email header here, we try and personalize it. It says Goeiedag, good day, first name, which is taken from that field when you register. So, if you're concerned about your ID being compromised or whatever, now believe me, the only 2 people who have access to this database are myself and Rudy. No one else has access to this database. So if you're concerned, you can set up a secondary email and you can call yourself John Smith. I mean, I think we've got about 100 John Smiths in here already. So it just means that for that field, when we send out the email that says, good day, John, we have absolutely no involvement in who's actually in the database. It's just for this email that is sent out. So you can disguise your name. You know, it really doesn't bother us at all. It's just having these fields so that they work within the email system. Sorry, back to you, Rudy.
Yes. With you talking about that, you know, I get notifications of every registration that comes through for Loving Life. So you can imagine the amount of emails I get per day. And it's astonishing how many of the email addresses are filled in incorrectly. Somebody would be John P at gmail.c instead of at gmail.com. Please, people, if you do not get any emails from Loving Life, it's your own fault because your email address is wrong. So I would suggest that you go into your profile at the top of your page. You'll see there's a space to go and edit your profile, and you can change your names and your particulars there, and so on. But please make sure that your email address that is down there is the correct one, so that the notifications can reach you. I can't tell you how many obvious mistakes I fix without the people even knowing. And, you know, for some of the others that I don't know what the email addresses are, the system tells me this email does not exist. Go and change your profile, people. Put some other real email address in, even if you have to go and create a Gmail address just for the notification that you'll be receiving. We want to be able to reach you without breaching your privacy. So that's the bottom line is, you know, this is not about controlling you or knowing exactly where and what and who you are. It's about reaching you. And that, you know, if I compare us there to somebody like Google or YouTube or whatever, they want to control you. We want to reach you. That's the difference. Like Scott said, there's two people that can see it, or can see the email addresses, and that's me and him. Nobody else can see that. You've got to have administrator rights on the back end of our platform to be able to go into users and see what the users are all about, and so on. And it's only Scott and me that have that privilege. So yeah, you know, put a name or a first name that you're comfortable with in. It'll then say good day, whatever you chose as first name. You'll receive that email. You'll know it's you, but it's not you. As long as we reach you and you are then notified of what is new on Loving Life, that's what we want to achieve.
Right. Now, Brian Kruger says, Scott, can you make a reporting T-shirt for Loving Life for the citizen reporters, and the Mike Should LLTV on the side for reporters? Yeah, that's something we can certainly look at doing in the future, Brian. Look, there's so much stuff we're going to be doing here. We're very, very early days. It's very exciting because, you know, the way it's developing, I can tell you that we're really tapping into a huge market, because Rudy and I know how many people have subscribed or registered already, and it's a huge number of people. So once we start sending out those daily emails, you watch the traffic explode on lovinglifetv.com, because then people will be getting, you know, these daily, it's rather like the YouTube alert system. They'll be getting daily notifications on articles or areas that they have an interest in. So we're still very, very early days, and it's great that we can still use our YouTube Loving Life channel as a catalyst for people to come across to our new platform, and that's basically what we're using it for now. And I've just got to be very, very careful what I put up on YouTube, because, my gosh, talk about censorship city. Wow. Anyway, look, I'm not going there. All right, Rudy and Nat. Nat, you've been very quiet in the background. Is there something you'd like to add to what we've been talking about?
I've just been listening.
Okay.
And you know, I apologize because I didn't mention Dr. Tross Becker. and I didn't mention F.
Right. Okay, well, he's in the forum as well, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And Mel F contributes a lot to the COVID-19 forum.
Yeah, we got some wonderful links and articles in there that people should have a look at.
We do.
And just while I'm talking about that, I'm going to be putting up a video on LLTV this evening, which I really need you to share with all your family and friends, because it'll it'll bring you to goosebumps.
Blow them away. Okay.
I'm not going to talk about what it's about here because you know why. Yeah, but I'll just draw your attention to that happening tonight. All right, Rudy, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Please go ahead.
Yeah, can I just address one technical glitch that I see some people have picked up and that I've responded to on email. When you open a video on your browser, sometimes on some people's browsers it's very intermittent and doesn't happen at all often. But at the top, you might see some error code there. All that you need to do, if there's a little error code there and the video doesn't want to play, simply refresh that page. So if it's this video, just reload that page and that video will play. So that's the one aspect. The other aspect, on a technical level, you mentioned about sharing videos across your Facebook groups, across your WhatsApp and your Twitter and whatever. There's a very easy way to do that, and that is at the bottom of each video. You can go and share this specific video on Facebook, on Twitter, on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, by email to somebody, or you can even print an article out if it wasn't a video, if it was an article. But how that happens is you'll simply go and click on that little button. It'll take you to your Facebook page, for instance. You can put a message there and say, so and so, have a look at this video from Loving Life, and you can share it on various platforms, either on a friend's timeline, or on a group, or in an event, or on a Facebook page that you manage, or you can share it to somebody on Facebook in a private message. So, and the same applies to the Twitter and the WhatsApps. You can share this video right now on WhatsApp by clicking on WhatsApp, you can share it on WhatsApp with somebody. It'll put that URL in, and that person can watch this video directly from their WhatsApp. So
fantastic.
This is what we really want you guys to do if we want to grow our community, is to share it so wide that people eventually are forced to come to this platform of ours and become part of our community. So that's
an interesting example of an image. Now, I just want to respond to a couple of questions in here. Spirited Woman says, is there a subscription fee to join Loving Life TV? The answer is no, and there never will be. This is a completely free service. It's something that we will have sponsors in the future, because as we expand, we're going to have costs, and we're going to obviously want to cover those costs. And we have got some sponsors who will be coming in shortly to help fund this operation as it expands. But for subscriptions, it's totally free. There's no cost at all. Now, Marlena said, what happened to Calais Fundeus? I don't know. What happened to Calais Fundeus? I know she was on earlier, but she's probably gone off to bed, I'd say. Now, Boulders and Steel says, is there Loving Life on Gab now? What's Gab? I've heard of it, Rudy. What's that all about?
There's no Loving Life on Gab. and on brand YouTube and on BitChute, we chose a different path. And the different path is what Gareth is doing for us. We built our own, if you can put it that way, our own brand YouTube or our own BitChute or our own Gab by means of the contributing video channels platform.
Right.
So this is basically the contributing channels is Gareth has chosen to put a dark background and grey and whatever, but it could just as well have been white, and it would have looked almost exactly like YouTube. So
I think you've got the option, Rudy, of actually changing it from light to dark. I think there's an option there.
I haven't looked at that, that closely, but so we've chosen a similar platform, but one that belongs to us, one that even BitChute or brand YouTube or Gab or whatever can't censor.
BitChute and our censoring videos as well.
Yeah, so if you want to get away from censorship, get away from it. Get away from it totally, and that's what we're doing. So it's the same, and for all intents and purposes, but not with the world's content on it. Our own chosen channels and subscribers on it, and that's why it's important. If you feel you have a channel that might benefit Loving Life or might be of value to Loving Life, send that mail to Scott. We'll easily consider it, and we'll add it to, we said we've got 40 now and we want 50 by the end of the year. Who knows how big it can grow in 2 or 3 or 5 years' time if it's properly searchable and filterable, So we've got something similar to Gab, but it's ours.
And the unique selling proposition is that we are going to be South African centric. So that's what's going to make LLTV absolutely unique on the internet.
Yeah. The other thing that I wanted to show people say, I don't want to register on Loving Life, but will I be able to watch the videos and so on? I'm going to show you guys now that you can watch videos even if you're not registered. The only advantages registration gives you is the fact that you can also contribute as far as comments is concerned, and that you'll be receiving that daily email at this stage. We're going to expand on that, but we're never going to have a situation where somebody who's not registered and wants to watch that video can't watch it because they're not registered. I'm opening a separate browser here where I'm not logged into Loving Life, and let's just open it up, and you'll clearly see that I'm not signed in, so it's as if I'm not registered. And I'm going to start playing one of the videos quickly, and you'll see that you can see every single video or live stream. So registration is for enhanced purposes, not for deterring you from watching videos or whatever and so on. Let's just say, for instance, go to your latest video there, Scott.
Now, Calais has asked, can I send my songs to radio stations via the app? What you can do, certainly, is you can send them an email or something like that with a link from the Loving Life TV contributing channel where your video is, and they can go straight into that. Yes, absolutely. Now,
so here's that browser where I'm not logged in, right? And if I play the video, there's Scott.
Now, Rudy, we've got the wrong shared screen at the moment.
Oh, sucks. Sorry. Let me just share the correct screen then. Share screen. And it should be that one. Start sharing. Okay, I've opened Google Chrome where I'm not logged in. I don't particularly like Google Chrome. I use Firefox, but yeah, I've opened Google Chrome. I've opened any random video, And there's Scott's ugly mug.
Thank you.
If I play
The old fart.
the old part, yeah. So there's no impediment on any person not registered on the site not to watch any and all of the videos, including the live streams. There's tonight's live stream. If I had to go and click on that where I'm not logged in, the live stream will be there for me.
Well, we can see we've got about 10 guests watching this live stream at the moment, and the guests are people who are not registered.
Yeah. Typically, below every video, it shows how many people are watching a specific item at the moment, from the website. A lot of people are watching this live stream now from YouTube itself. But when Gareth's platform is sorted out, we won't be watching anything from YouTube. We'll be watching it from Gareth's stream and pushing it up to YouTube. If you know what I mean. So
right.
We can at any time draw statistics of exactly what is happening.
Yeah. We had a discussion about the Loving Life TV channel about 3 months ago. And when we look at how far we've come since then, really, I mean, by the end of this year, this is going to have expanded again. I'd say probably double the amount of content that we're talking about here, with a whole lot of new features and stuff. It's really exciting.
Stage 2
The
is
forum
that
looks the same way. If you go into the forum and you're not registered, you can also get the content of the forum, read it, and follow the links, and also watch the person. Looks exactly the same. You have to be registered, so it's not like you're being prevented from seeing the forum.
Now, thanks, Nat. Now, Brian Kruger has said in the side chat, he said, Uncle Scott should maybe also try in the near future to get a Loving Life app on the Play Store. How easy is that to organize, Rudy?
One of our viewers actually sent me the Android app already for Loving Life, and I must review it and just have a look at it. Very soon, you'll have the app on your phone for Android. I don't want to connect a timeline to that because our notification system comes first and a couple of other things, and Gareth's contributing channels. We're working on that, but the app, there's already somebody that sent us an app that we can load on some smartphones. I just want to review it, and then when one builds apps, one always builds two: one for the iOS or Apple phones, and then the other one for Android and Windows phone operating systems. So an app is not far away.
Okay, now a couple of other questions and comments in here. Hanli Fasahi says, can I share this on my Facebook page, Scott? And absolutely, we encourage people to share our videos because that way it promotes lovinglifetv.com. So please, share away. Share away. You absolutely can do that. Now, the other thing I want to just talk about, really, I've just got an idea with the suggestion with the images. If we had a moderator, so like, let's say we had a moderator who would, all the videos would, not the videos, the images would go to. And like with the forum where Nat moderates all the articles that people put up, if we had someone who the images went to, they were relevant and they were not too big, and they met a set of criteria, that person could then put them up perhaps in an area on Loving Life TV further down the track.
We could certainly do that, but it'll have to be a tech-savvy person, because you'd have to we have to have the ability to scan whatever is uploaded with antivirus software to see if a script or a dangerous item is injected into it.
Right.
So it's not only looking at the size and the image,
Yeah.
or whether it's relevant or not. It's actually looking at that file for prospective damage that it can cause. So it's a possibility. Apart from the size issues and that we've talked about, one just needs to make sure that we're not, we're going to gather the attention of people that we don't want. I think we're already doing that with some of the envious YouTube channels and whatever. And the last thing we need is for somebody like YouTube or Google or an envious person or whatever to send us something that has got that is harmful.
Yeah.
As far as what's inside that file, and so on. So I will rather at this stage err on the side of caution until we get, with maybe a bigger staff or a bigger, maybe put the gallery or the gallery items on a separate subdomain, and if that breaks down, it doesn't affect the main channel and the forums and the YouTube like channel. We got to protect what is ours at this stage.
Right. Now, I'm just going to share a screen. We're going to wrap up soon, guys, but I just want to share a screen with you to show you something that we haven't talked about tonight that's really exciting, that's going to be included on Loving Life TV. Now, can you see my shared screen there?
Okay.
Okay. Now, below the graphic and below the menu here, and above the text which I'm highlighting right now, there's going to be an RSS news feed. So as new information or new articles and new videos are posted onto Loving Life TV, they will automatically appear in rather like a scrolling news bar. The title of the video, clickable, so you'll be able to, when you come into the channel, you'll be able to just click on the news item that you want to go and view, which means you don't have to scroll down to the bottom of the page to have a look at the latest videos. You can actually just see what the latest news and videos and stuff like that are right here at the top. So this is another development that you need to watch out for shortly. Do you want to talk about that particular development, really?
Yeah, between you and me, I've already been working on that. And very shortly, I'll be contacting Gareth to provide me the RSS feed URL for the contributing video channels portion. And Gareth will be able to help Nat to provide us with the RSS feed for the forums as well. I've already built in the ability to do the RSS feed news banner, very much like at a sports stadium or on ENCA News, where there's a banner right at the bottom of the screen that slowly moves across the screen. That banner will be similar to that, just a bit prettier, with all the latest news and videos and forum items and whatever scrolling past the screen, like Scott said. So that is also in the offing very shortly.
Fantastic. All right. I just want to thank everybody who's joined us tonight. I think we've covered most of the new developments in lovinglifetv.com. As you can see, it's moving forward at a very, very fast pace. I want to thank in particular Rudy, who's been with this project from the very start. I want to thank Nat for her excellent work in the forum and getting that firing up. And I also want to thank Gareth as well, who's building the contributing channels. And once again, we've got a fantastic team here. We work really well together, and of course we got an extended team on the outside who are doing other areas of work within it. It's a big family of people working together, And that's what's making this whole project a success. Alrighty, I'm going to ask you, Nat, is there something you'd like to say in just wrapping up tonight's live stream? Then I'll ask Rudy the same.
Well, thanks for everybody for watching, and please support our new endeavors. And thank you, Scott. Thank you to you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to run the forum.
You're very welcome, Nat, and keep up the great work. Rudy, is there something you'd like to say in wrapping up the live stream?
No, I think we've got our viewers informed now, and they know where we're going, but they also know that we're going ahead carefully. So that's the way it'll stay. You know, foundations correct, content correct, choose our battles, choose our priorities, and move forward with the right stuff at the right time. So yeah, you know, that's the thing. The other thing that we still have to sort out for that I just want to alert the people on tablets and cell phones still can't from the website take part in the side chat during live streams. We're hoping to sort that out by means of Gareth's platform and or our own live chat functionality on our new much bigger web hosting service, so that people can do it from tablets and mobiles as well in the side chat. And then the side chat doesn't need to be on YouTube at all anymore, because YouTube is blocking us from delivering the side chat on tablets and mobiles. It's part of their restrictions on building iframes in, is to restrict it so that it's not viewable from tablets and mobiles. So we're working behind the scenes on a myriad of things, and it'll only get better.
Yeah, as technology improves and new things come out, we will incorporate them. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think we're growing at a fast enough pace, but at the same time at a slow enough pace so that we can keep up, Scott, because there's only so many hands and so many hours, including yours and mine and Nat's and Gareth's. Yeah. We all got things to do in the day. So I think the pace that we are going at is actually amazing for how short we've been on air, and it can just grow into something that the world hasn't seen.
Yeah, and what I love about this is that you know, we've had a few hiccups, we've had a few challenges in building this, but we've overcome those. So we're way down the track with our platform, and yeah, it's just very, very exciting. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream. I just want to thank my guests, Nat and Rudy, for joining us tonight. If you have any questions regarding registrations and stuff like that, please send an email to admin@lovinglifetv.com. That's Rudy. He'll help you sort out the problem. If you got an idea for a forum, please contact Nat at forums at, that's FROUMS plural, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, forums at lovinglifetv.com. And Nat will talk to you directly about that, and obviously if it's relevant, she'll set up a page for you in the forums. And I just want to thank the family. You know, we've got an amazing family here on Loving Life. We all get on well together, and I'm just very, very proud of everybody. You know, we've got a fantastic community, and we're building something very, very special. And without your support, this would not be happening. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you to the moderators for looking after the side chat. And look, if just so you're aware, if I suddenly stop posting videos on Loving Life on YouTube, it's because I'm in the naughty box again. Okay, I tend to be in the naughty box a lot with YouTube, so You understand. And if the channel disappears, well, you know where to come to. You just come to lovinglifetv.com, because so many channels have been pulled from YouTube at the moment. I don't know how Loving Life dodges the bullet every time, but somehow it does. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, guys, take care. Have a great evening. And I'm going to wrap this up. I'll leave the side chat open for a couple of minutes so you guys can say your farewells. Take care, and bye for now.